Even though you said you're on the backside of your career, obviously how long you fought and so forth, you still feel like you're at your peak, even though you're not going to have that many fights left, per se?
I mean, I don't want to say that. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be, but
as far as being at your peak, moving up in weight, you still feel like
I'm
training?
Absolutely. I don't feel like I'm at my peak right now, and I feel like we're going to see that November 19th. I really do. I don't feel like, when I'm in sparring, when I'm in, like, even the brand fight, like, I didn't do everything I wanted to do, and again, it's just a crazy awkward fighter, and those kind of things we talked about earlier, but, like, I'm not getting hit with punches that I typically wouldn't get hit with, When I try to, certain things offensively, it's like I'm pretty much doing what I want to do. It's nothing in there where it's like, man, you normally wouldn't get hit with that.
Step too slow or something.
Yeah, like that. That's when things get tricky, and I'm not at that point yet, man. I still have top flight sparring. Everything is the same. I just feel seasoned, man. I really do. I feel seasoned. I feel good. And the thing is just obviously to stay healthy. I'm training a lot smarter now. Like, I do just as much, prehab and rehab stuff as I do actual training now, and that just comes with age. I got 20-some-odd years in this sport, 20 going like maximum effort, and with very minimal breaks in there. So you're gonna start having stuff break down. You just got to make sure you do the recovery stuff, and that keeps you, keeps you in the game.
You're probably one of the most professional fighters in the way you conduct yourself, right? Probably been like that your entire career. Given Kovalev's killer persona or whatever, a lot of people probably want him to take on that villain role, but he's actually been pretty respectful, pretty professional.
Which is a little out of character.
That's what I was going to ask you. Does that surprise you at all?
Scratching my head a little bit. I'm used to seeing the guy, I've seen him flip guys off. I've seen him say crazy things like that. I don't know him. So that, I don't know if that was a show. I don't know if it, I've heard him say things like, oh, if they disrespect me, I'll disrespect them. Maybe that's it. But I feel like the way you carry yourself, that's what you're going to get back. And I'm not the kind of guy like, I don't get that kind of stuff from fighters. It's not because I'm, some he-man or nothing, but I carry myself in such a way where people know, hey, this is a guy that that carries himself with respect, but I'm not about them games either, bro. Like, I'm cool, but like, don't do that. And I think they can feel that. Guys know who they can do that kind of stuff with and who they can't.
Has this fight turned a little bit from just a business, from just another fight, to more a little bit personal? Do you have something to come out to prove, a little chip on your shoulder or something like that?
Just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, man. It's always something to prove, so to speak. You know what I mean? But this fight it's just another one that I gotta have.
War ready.
It's another one I gotta have. But to be honest with you, like, it's funny because people say, man, this is the big one. And I'm like, man, the last one was like that to me. And the last one was like, honestly, like, this is not a joke. Like, every fight is like that to me. Where it's like, dude, you gotta have it. You gotta be on point, man. You gotta make sure this is right. Like, those are the reps that I'm going through in my head. And so, obviously, I'm aware of the magnitude and pay-per-view and those kind of things. It's bigger from that standpoint, but the approach is the same. The focus is the same. The effort is the same. It's no different. I can't play that game where it's like, I'm gonna take this one. No, I'm gonna do 4-week camp for this one. That's when you get trouble. That's when you get trouble.
Andre, last one on my behalf. All the miles, all the rounds. I'm not saying you're gonna win, but if you do, who would you?
Really?
Who would you?
I'm not saying you're gonna win, man. But I get a little love, man.
I mean that in all due respect, that it's such a competitive fight in that sense. But who would you dedicate the victory to? You've been through so much. I would imagine there's somebody there with you that you would dedicate this victory to.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna give glory to God, man. Obviously, and that's not a cliche. That's not a game. It's my life, man. I wouldn't be here right now. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, I've already won. And what I mean is like what I've been through in life and what I've overcome. Like, I've already won. All this other stuff is a bonus, man. I shouldn't be in the position that I'm in right now. I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. And I've already won, bro, in terms of just life.
Andre, have you always
in terms of
been
getting
this
to this
humble?
point.